Hey, what's up everyone? Tetrick85 here, and welcome to Season 2 of my Arsenal Relegation Rebuild Challenge. Or I should be rebranding this as the Arsenal Rebuild Challenge. For those of you that's been following this season, Season 1 involved us being in the championship after having financial issues over failure to be qualifying for the Champions League. And we pretended that Mike Ashley has bought the club and he only gave us 20 million plus selling all of our 80 plus rated players in order to rebuild the squad and get Arsenal out of the championship, which we successfully did last season. We finished comfortably as champions. And Mike Ashley has been so happy because not only did we get promoted, but we reached the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, which is more than what was asked of us. We were asked to reach at least the round of 16 of a cup competition. And he has been so pleased with our progress that this $79.5 million euro, I should say, transfer budget, he is allowing us to use every single bit of that in order to strengthen our squad even more. And it includes all of our wage budget as well. And speaking of objectives, you can see the domestic cup objective. It's the exact same thing as last year. And because of this, Mike Ashley says that if we do not reach our cup objective this season, he will cut our transfer budget in half should we make it to Season 3, which, whether or not we make a Season 3 comes down to our league objective, which we must meet. And that is that we must qualify for the UEFA Champions League. And if we strengthen our squad as much as what I hope that we can strengthen it, then that really should not be too much of an issue. I mean, it's still going to be tough, but I don't think it's going to be impossible is what I should say. I think it's definitely going to be plausible, but I don't think it's definitely out of our reach. And you can see our $17.5 million budget right there, which I said we are allowed using every single bit of that. Though I will say we are not allowed making any free agent or pre-contract signings. We are banned from doing either one of those since we went ham on pre-contract signings last year. And we did sign a few free agent signings last season. But yeah, first and foremost, we must meet our league objective or else the challenge is over. And like last year too, every single game will be simulated and I will show it on camera. That way you guys won't think I'm tampering around with a save file to get favorable results. And most importantly, don't get butthurt if I end up selling your favorite player eventually, which could happen. But as far as the squad, as you see here, this is going to be our starting 11, and you can see it's pretty impressive. You can see Boateng at an 85. Backlick will be our starting goalkeeper for the time being, though Larsenor, I will be training him up more. Holding will be our center back for the time being. I'll explain more about that later. I have Kakare in there, though I will be putting somebody else in there, which I will show you here pretty soon. Gini Wijnaldum, which we bought on a pre-contract last season, is our highest rated player at an 86. It would have been Aguero. I signed him last season at an 89. He's already dropped to an 84. And speaking of dropping, one player that really dropped down, as you'll see here on the reserves, is Julian Draxler, which I had hoped I would put him in the starting 11 over Amiri. But seeing that he dropped all the way down to 76, I don't know why he dropped down that much. I decided to put him on the bench, and I put Gabriel Martinelli in there since he was fantastic for me last season. And it just felt wrong for me not to have him in the bench. And Camavinga, I was originally going to have him on the bench, but I am actually going to get in... Where is he at? Oh, there he is. I'm going to put Lucas Torreira up there. I am going to put Lucas Torreira in the starting 11 over Kakare. Kakare will be on the bench. And as far as Torreira, I was originally going to put him on the transfer list, but I think I am going to take him off of it. Oh, he was right on the bottom. I'm going to take him off the transfer list. And you can see all the transfer listed. Hector Bellerin, I'm pulling the plug on him since he was injury prone last season. Gabriel, he did not grow at all. He still got potential, but I'm thinking about letting him go. Cedric will also be let go. Same with Runarsson, or a backup goalkeeper, well, a former backup goalkeeper. Chambers will be transfer listed, and as well as Iliev. And you can probably see, I did put Gendouzi back on loan. Smith-Rowe, I'm putting him on a short loan. Reece Nelson will be out on loan. Edward will, I'm sending him out on loan since we have Aguero and Nketiah. But I'm going to go and get Camavinga. I'm going to put him on the loan list. Hopefully he'll start growing since he didn't grow at all. But he does have mammoth potential. I believe his potential was up to 90. Gonna try to get 2 stars some game time. And of course, Saka will be our starting left mid. Which, he was fantastic for me last year. And it just felt wrong for me not to have him in the starting lineup. He and Amiri are both at a 79 alongside Holding. Which, I forgot to do that here real quick. I am putting Holding on the transfer list. Hopefully, I'll be getting something for him. And my main objective, at least for this video, my main objective is to bring in another center back. Now, there are 3 center backs that I do have in mind. And the first one I have in mind is a player that was rumored at some point to be joining Arsenal. And that is Deo Upamecano. You can see he's 83 rated, he's worth 26 million euros. I'm going to put him to the short list. Actually, I'll add him to the short list. And I'm going to approach Leipzig to buy. Well, actually, no, not yet. I will show you who else I'm considering. Another center back I'm considering as well is Nicolas Süle. He's 3 years older, but as you can see, he's 84 rated. Worth a little bit more. We'll put him on the short list. And then the last one I'm going to get, the last center back that I'm actually looking forward, looking possibly to get is Matthias Ginter of Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's 82 rated. He's 27 years old. He's 2 years older than Süle and 5 years older than Upamecano. But as you can see here, I thought he was in the last year of his contract. So I thought Süle and Ginter would normally be on the last year of their contracts in Season 2, but apparently their respective clubs renewed their contracts, so I think if I can't get Upamecano or Süle, I think I am going to go in for Ginter, but let me see who I want to get. Thing is, though, this could be my last season depending on whether or not I meet my objective. Hey there, Coco Fowie. Let me try to buy Süle first and see where Bayern Munich's heads are at. I could get between 45 and 57 for him. And Upamecano, approach Leipzig to buy. He's going to be a little bit cheaper. And to be honest with you, he's the one that I would prefer. I mean, if this was a long-term career mode, I would get Upamecano over Süle, but considering this is short-term, and I do want to see if there's other players that I can possibly get, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can bring in Upamecano. That way I can still have at least a little bit of my transfer budget. So I'm going to start off with 40 million and see what Leipzig have to say. And there's another player who is a center mid that I'm thinking about possibly bringing in. And that player is Leon Goretzka. He's 85 rated. Let's see if he is. Yes, he is. Let's see what we can get for him. 34 and 36. Okay. Let's try 35 though. They're probably gonna want at least his market value, but we'll see. We'll try to get in Leon Goretzka. Of course, that all depends on whether or not we can sell anybody. Transfer for Gauthier Larseneur. That is definitely a player that I don't plan on selling. Sorry, Hertha Berlin, but that is a no-go for me. Let's do some more training. This is going to be a bit of a boring video, just so, because we are beginning the second season here. Potentially the last season, depending on whether or not we get to qualify for the Champions League, but... Okay, transfer offer unacceptable. They only want 40.5 for him. Bayern is happy to stay, but I'm sorry, buddy, I'm putting you on the transfer list. Goretzka's going to have to wait. That's a pretty good deal for him, for an 85 rated player. But we have had the transfer offer accepted for Upamecano. 4-year deal, I'll give him 100 grand in wages, and I am going to give him a crucial squad role. I think he will benefit Boateng greatly. Transfer offer for Hector Bellerin. That's a bit under his value, but you know what? I kind of want the Goretzka deal to go ahead, so I'm just going to go ahead and accept that. Man, that's a bargain for... Transfer offers for Gabriel and Edward. Gabriel, I do want at least a little bit more for him. 15 for him. And Edward is going to be going out to Fiorentina on loan. Okay, 14.5. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Come on, Everton. I don't got time to freaking screw around with this. I want Goretzka. Player sold. Thank you. 40.5. I am willing to pay that. And I think he's going to help out the squad greatly. As far as Upamecano, we're going to bring him in. Deo Upamecano, welcome to Arsenal. And I think he's going to complement Boateng wonderfully. But yeah, Everton is getting a hell of a deal on Bellerin, but at the same time, oh, I wanted money in fast. Cedric, you're not getting Bellerin's spot because you're on the transfer list too. Hey there, Kevin. And Ketia, I am definitely not interested on selling him at any price. So, Eintracht Frankfurt and Lyon are just going to have to look somewhere else for a striker. And I'm going to go ahead and put Upamecano in the starting 11. And I will say right now, if I do get Leon Goretzka in, I will sell Lucas Torreira. Okay, where is Upamecano at? There he is. So yeah, Upamecano's coming in at 83 rated. He and Boateng will be my main center-back pairing. Getting two massive signings here. If we can get to Goretzka through the door too. Player sold. Gabriel is going to Aston Villa for 14.5. 12.5 has been added to the budget. Goretzka, transfer offer accepted. I'll bump it up to 170. I know I'm overpaying out the yin-yang for that, but crucial squad role, absolutely. I'm just hoping since I signed freaking Upamecano and Goretzka, which I know I'm tempting fate when I say this, but usually when I sign a new player, they end up getting injured almost immediately. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. Transfer offer for Lucas Torreira. I am actually going to entertain this. Everton wants another one of my players. And if I want another one of my players, they are not going to go... I'm almost half tempted just to reject that, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure if I want to sell another player to Everton or not. That's because that's ultimately going to strengthen them. They're willing to match it. Okay, we're going to get 30 million in for Lucas Torreira, which is awesome. We still got 65 in the budget. That will go to that will go down to around 25, plus the 30 will get around 55 million. Contract offer declined because I love living here and do not want to be. Okay, let's bump this up. I really want him in the team. Especially since I'm going to be selling Torreira. I thought for sure he would have taken 170. on making this about a half an hour long video, which means I'll have another 15 minutes here. Buendia getting close to an 80, and Murray's not growing yet. As you can see, I'm training Mavropanos. He'll be my main backup center back. And Loris Nura, once he gets to an 83, then he will take Backlick's place as the starting goalkeeper. Transfer offer for Rob Holding. If you can pay 10.5 for him, I'll be happy. I mean, they already bought Gabriel. And contract offer accepted. Thank goodness. Leon Goretzka, one of my all-time favorite FIFA players. I played with him in my Hamburg career mode. He is my captain on my team, and he was absolutely fantastic. And I am so happy to have him here now. So, Leon Goretzka, welcome to Arsenal. And I still got 50 million euros in the piggy bank in order to spend. As you can see, Torreira has been sold. 25.5 million has been allocated to the budget. Okay, let's see. Draxler, you are not going to be part of this team. I'm sorry. Okay, where is Goretzka? I'm sorry if you hear my stomach growling. I don't know why. I just had something to eat before I recorded this. But anyway, Goretzka slots in the row. This center of the pitch is looking amazing right now. And I'm really contemplating. I really want Martinelli to be involved in this team, but at the same time, though, I just don't know how comfortable I am having a 79 rated center attacking mid. So I may look here. Let me see. I got 50 million euros to spend. I got 305 in wage. Let me just see if there's anybody here that's in the last year of their contract that I can get that can boost this team. Paulo Dybala. Isco. Luis Suarez. You know, I'm going to try going in for Isco. He is 85 rated. He's 29 years of age. And I may end up putting Martinelli out on loan, especially if I do get a chance to sign Isco. If I'm not mistaken, Isco was a player. I'm gonna pay a little bit here. Let's try 25 to see where Real Madrid's heads are at. But if I'm not mistaken, Isco was another player that was linked with Arsenal in real life, which I know I said at the beginning of this particular career mode that I wasn't looking for realism, but I can't help but think, you know what, they want 35, you know what? That's a little bit over his market value, but you know what, they can have him. 8.5 for holding. That's exactly what they offered last time. I'm bumping up to 9.5. They go back down to 8.5. They're not getting them. I'm sorry. I mean, it's bad enough I'm going down to 9.5, which I really want at least 10 for him, but... Okay, transfer offer for Callum Chambers, another player that I'm looking to sell. Leeds United want him. Bit under his value, but Leeds United can have him. And to be honest with you, this is turning out to be a much better transfer window than what I had anticipated. I feel like, especially with the Isco signing and the Goretzka signing, I bet you, once we get all three of those players, which we already have Goretzka and Upamecano in, but I think Isco, if I get him, that will be enough to get us in a good position to get to that Champions League objective. Another 3 million has been added. 9.5, decided to match it, which is good considering they're getting him for under his value, which really does not make me happy. But, let's see. Isco, not exactly a top choice player for Real Madrid, so hopefully he won't give me too much issues signing him here like Goretzka did. But I will give him the crucial squad role. I do intend to have him in that position. And Amiri will drop down to the bench. Transfer offer for Eduardo Camavinga. Fulham want him on a season-long loan. Fulham can have him on a season-long loan. Are they in the Premier League? I don't even remember if they survived or not. I think they did. Let me look here real quick. Yep, Fulham is right there, and last season it was us, Nottingham Forest, and Watford that went up. Yeah, Brighton went down. And I forget who else went down. Players sold, another 8 million euros in our transfer budget. But Isco is going to be joining us for Real Madrid on a 2-year deal. Isco, welcome to Arsenal. And we still got 26 million in the bank, but we made 3 massive signings here, which I am very happy about. And on a personal note, I have never actually signed Isco in any of my career modes ever, so this is a bit of a big personal moment for me. But anyway, Miri drops down to the bench. I'm sorry, Martinelli, but you're going to be sent out on loan because I do want you to grow, but at the same time, I do want to reach my objective. But I tell you what, this Arsenal side, I am tickled pink about. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a career mode that I normally would not do. I mean, I don't like really taking over big clubs or already established teams. But, since I made a little bit of a twist with this team at the very beginning and having them playing in the championship after getting inspired by Chinese Sports Barcelona Relegation Challenge, I'm really happy with this Arsenal career mode, and this team is turning out to be exactly the way I want it to. And the only thing is I can see Saka there at the only player that's not 80 rated, but like I said before, he was just too good for me last year, not for me to play him this season. But I'm not sure if Arsene Wenger would be would have picked this kind of team, but I think that he would be very pleased with it had he. I mean, who could go wrong with Aguero or Goretzka or Wijnaldum or Upamecano? They're all solid players, so I think Arsene Wenger would be happy with his team had he had this squad when he was with Arsenal. But yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, Aguero is going to depreciate as the season goes, but at the same time, though, I am training up Nketiah, so hopefully he'll get a decent overall as Sergio Aguero regresses in overall. Mavropanos halfway to 78, and Miri finally starting to grow. Buendia almost at an 80, which is awesome. As you can see here, we got this game against Everton. Arsenal wants to discuss wages. It's always right before a game. You can't get me right after the game and say, hey boss, I want to talk about my pay. No, you have to get me right before the game. That way the morale of my team goes down. I hate when that does that. And Julian Draxler, I know I just brought him in this season, but with a 76 rating, I may only look to put him in for emergencies, but I may look to end up selling him in January. But Arsenal, he wants a considerable pay increase. So be happy with that when your extension, crucial. That brings down my remaining wage budget quite a bit. But we're going to go ahead, since we got a couple minutes here, we'll go ahead and sim this game against Everton. Of course, Nketiah wants to play. I'm not playing him over Aguero. There's no way. And this is a home game. You can see Nottingham Forest are already starting off with a win, which is very impressive. But yeah, once again, Aguero has already gone down to an 83. Okay, you see my bench. The bench is to my liking. My weakest player on my bench is Montiel at 78, but I do expect him to grow. He's only 23 years of age, and I think he does have a potential in the mid-80s, so I am looking forward to that. Bench is looking strong. Starting 11 is looking strong. Hopefully, we'll start off the season here at the Emirates with a win. And of course, they're starting Hector Bellerin and Torreira are two former players. Pretty strong Everton side. And we do start off with a 2-1 win. Tovan and Aguero notching goals there. Miri coming on for Tovan and Nketiah coming on for Aguero. But yeah, Nketiah will be happy that he got to play. Let's do some more training. And Buendia has gone up to an 80. Now, I would put him, since he's higher rated than Saka, but the main thing that's keeping me from putting Buendia in the starting lineup is his stamina. I just don't think his stamina is anywhere good enough for him to be in the starting lineup, so that's another reason why I have him on the bench instead of Saka. Okay, we got another game here against Crystal Palace. Okay, let's see who we're playing in the second round of the Carabao Cup. Gillingham, that should be a win. Contract offer accepted. I mean, you're getting a considerable wage increase. I'll keep the same starting 11 for this one. Wijnaldum's already grown to an 87. Let's see, did anybody else grow? I know Buendia just grew to an 80. Okay, did anybody else grow? Doesn't look like it. Tussauds out of 79. I have to make sure I get him some game time too. I'll probably play him in the Carabao Cup game. But anyway, let's go with this away game against Crystal Palace. We are 6th right now, though it's very early in the season. I am very happy with my Arsenal team right now. This team is amazing. And I say that, and we end up getting a 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace, which is not ideal. Wijnaldum did get the goal for us, only for Townsend to get the equalizer a minute later. No substitutions were made, which was unfortunate. And I think I have time to sim one more game before we end the video here. I was not anticipating to do this much progress in this video, so I'm very happy that I got done what I wanted to get done here. And Lesanur is now at an 83, so I can go ahead and make him my starting goalkeeper. But before that, let me just make sure that that is the... Oh no, we got a game against Burnley ahead. Okay. But anyway, we'll go ahead and put Vaklik in there. Lesanur can go in there. Just rotate the team just slightly here. Buendia can go on there. Tussauds can get a spot on the bench. Liverpool interested in Harry Kane. That would be an interesting transfer. Alex Runarsson. I will accept this offer for Blackburn for 1.4. Just 100 grand lower than his value, but that way another player will be off the book. Okay, player sold. And no, I am not managing India. Another 1.2 has been added to the transfer budget. What does our transfer budget look like? Okay, we got 27.5 million euros with 220 grand in wage, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything to really improve either my starting 11 or my bench. So I'm going to hang on to that into January and see where the team is and just go from there. But here's another game against Burnley. Burnley's one of those bogey teams for me, I noticed. And we get a 5-0 win! Oh my god! Okay, let's see. Tierney with a goal, Buendia, Isco, Aguero, and then Nketiah, all with goals. Oh, that is fantastic. I was not anticipating that. That is amazing. But anyway, we got a press conference here. Let's do some more training, and we will end the video here by simming the Gillingham match. Video is going to go a bit longer than what I anticipated, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and just make sure that my bench and my starting 11 is how they should be. I'm gonna actually put Draxler on the left. Martinelli, I think, go. I'll go ahead like that. Mavropanos. God, this team is this. How did my bench get this messed up? Where? Okay, where's Upam? Okay, Upamecano. Boateng can come in there. I do apologize for this, everyone. I don't know how it got this messed up. Goretzka can go in there. Wijnaldum can go in there. Okay, is there anybody else? Saka can stay in there. Cedric has to go. I'm gonna go ahead and put Montiel in there. Again, I do apologize if you hear my stomach growling. I don't know why, because like I said, I had something to eat before I recorded. But anyway, we will end the video with this cup game against Gillingham. Hopefully we'll get the win. It is an away game, so that is slightly concerning. But I think my team that I have right now should be good enough to beat these guys. I know I'm tempting fate by saying that. And we win on penalties, though Vaklik got injured, which is not ideal. And Amiri getting the brace. But yeah, hopefully that Vaklik injury isn't severe. Okay, let's see what we have here. Player injured, he's out for 2 months. No bueno. Oh, I'm gonna have to think of a backup goalkeeper that I can get. Reece Nelson. Burnley want him on loan. Burnley can have him on loan. I'm gonna have to think of some... Because if Larson or... Bad enough I'm down to 1 goalkeeper. But if something happens with Larson or... I am up a creek without a paddle. So I'm gonna have to look for another backup goalkeeper. Okay, let's see if there's anybody here that's in the last year of their contract that I can get. But possibly. I mean, I could go after either Patricio or Lloris. I might have to do that. I might honestly have to do that, which I won't worry about that until the next episode. I know this one's kind of running a little bit longer than what I anticipated. But the next time I'll see you guys, we will be simming this game against Nottingham Forest. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. And as you can see there, we are on top of the Premier League, which is awesome to see. Hopefully we can stay up in the top 4. Fulham is up there too, which is a bit of a surprise. But yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to the next episode as much as I'm recording it. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.